So welcome to module 2 of Excel. So in this module, we're going to be introducing what is called referencing. So referencing, okay? And there are three types of referencing. One is called absolute referencing. Another one is called relative referencing. And the third one is called mixed referencing. Okay, so we're going to be talking about referencing, absolute referencing, relative referencing, and mixed referencing. So let's talk about relative referencing, the first one. Relative referencing. So when I click on this, what is the name of the cell? Yeah, that is B8. And how do you know that? Because it is written here, right? B8, and this is B, and this is 8. The intersection of column B and row 8. And that is B8. Okay? And now, let's say in the row B8, I want to type in a number. Let's say 8. Okay. Now in C8, I'm going to type in 2. And in D8, I want to get 8 times 2. So to get 8 times 2, I'm going to use a simple formula. The formula will be always starting with an equal to sign. Though equal to the value of B8, which is 8. So click on B8 and then and then in your keyboard, type star, which is for multiplication, and the value of C8. So now you can see this is going to be equal to B8 times C8, which you can see it here also. You want to make some changes, you can click on here and move your arrow keys back and forth to see where you want to change. Suppose you want to change it to 9 here, you will highlight this and put 9. But actually 9 does not have anything, so you really want 8. So you can backspace and type 8. Okay, and you hit enter. So you're going to type equal to B8 times C8 and enter. And that will give you the answer for 16. What you have done right now is relative referencing. You are referencing B8 and you are referencing C8 to D8 so that you can get the answer. That is basic referencing. Now let's do something different. I want to do something which is absolute referencing. Okay, in absolute referencing, I'm going to have, let's say, 8 here, and then I have 2, 3, 4, 5. So in each cell, so C14, I have 2. The value of C14 is 2. Value of C15 is 3. Value of C16 is 4. And the value of C17 is 5. So now I want to multiply. I want to multiply the same way like before. I'm going to say equal to B14 times C14. And that comes to 16, right? So now I want to copy and paste these numbers here. I want to copy in such a way that I want 8 times 2 is 16. 8 times 3 should be 24. 8 times 4 should be 32. 8 times 5 is going to be 40. That's what I want. But the way that I can copy and paste is I want to type in one formula or one function. Okay? And then I'm going to go to this corner. See, when I go to this corner of the cell, the right hand bottom side corner of the cell, it changes from this to a cross like that. So it becomes like a plus like an ambulance signs plus, 2 across. So if I go here, hold my mouse key, left mouse key, and then drag the mouse, this is copy and pasting. But the problem is when I copy and paste, it is giving me 0, 0, 0. And why is that? See, when I do this, you look here, it is B14 times C14. So when I click on this, this gets little, the boundaries show up, then I can see what is happening. So it is actually B14 times C14, and that is correct. But when I click on this, what happens here? It is now shifting to the next cell. So when I copy to the next cell, the formula here is going to be copied here, but the formula will copy these from these cells, it will copy to these cells. Since this is nothing there, it will take it as 0, and that's why you have it as 0. Now if I do absolute referencing, then this problem will go away. So how do I do that? So when I go back to 16, click on 16, what is the one cell's value that I want to hold constant? That is B14. So in B14 right here, I can go to B14, highlight B14, okay, and then click F4, or I can put a $sign before B and a $sign before 14. Imagine, absolute vodka is costlier than regular vodka. So absolute vodka is dollars. That means it is more. That's why it is called, and I'm just kidding. You can think of it that way, that this is called absolute referencing. So once I have this number here, that is $B $14, and the other one C14 is the same, because why I don't want to change it to absolute. I want it as a relative reference. Why do I need to do that? Because it is changing. The numbers are changing here. That's what I want, on from 2 to 3 to 4 to 5. So the C14 is going to become C15 to C16 to C17, but B14 is going to be held constant. So let's now do the same thing. Go back, click on this corner and bring it down. Everything is fine. So practice this. This is of the basic idea of referencing, and this is the basic idea of Excel. So you need to become very, very good at this. So practice this relative referencing and absolute referencing really well. The third one I'm going to do is called mixed referencing. Okay, so I'm going to put some numbers. I'm going to put 2, 3, 4, and here I'm going to put 10, and I want 10 times 2 here. So what do? I'm going to say equal to 10 times 2 becomes 20. Now the problem here is, if I want to move here, that is, if I want to copy this way, I need to do something for absolute referencing, right? Let's say I want to do from 10, I want to do 20 and 30. So I want to fill up 10 times 2 here, 20 times 2 here, 30 times 2 here, 30 times 4 here, 20 times 3 here, and so on and so forth. This is called mixed referencing. So what I need I have to use mixed referencing to accomplish this. So what I'm going to do is this. I'm going to go back to here. So I have two components. Okay, one is J7, another one is K6. So one is J7, another one is K6. I need to make sure that I have mixed referencing in J7 and K6. So how do I do that? So let's do the J7 first. Do I leave it as relative or do I go as absolute? Yes, I need to make both of them absolute in this case. Both of them absolute in this case. So what I'll do is, for J7, I'm going to type $J7, And for K6, I'm going to put $K $6. Why am I doing this? Basically, I want in J7, I want the column to move to 20 and 30. Whereas in K6, I want to go from row K to row L to row M. So I'm going to change KLM to get these numbers. I'm going to change 7, 8, 9, which is these numbers here, 7, 8, 9. I need to change it here. So when I'm changing the 7, 8, 9 here, I'm going to hold this J as a constant. Okay. When I'm going to go from 2, 3, and 4, I want to make sure that I have the K as the constant. That is the reason that I want to do this way. So let's do this one more time. So as I want to go from 2 to 3 to 4, I want to make sure that K is changing to L to M. And as I want to bring it down or copy it down, I want to go from 7 to 8 to 9. Okay. So if I'm going to go from 7 to 8 to 9, I'm not going to restrict 7, 8, and 9. So that is the reason I'm restricting J column. Here, when I'm going from 2, 3, 4, I don't want to restrict the K, L, and M. And that's the reason I'm restricting just the 6. Okay. So that is the reason that I'm doing this way. So now if I click on enter that, and then I move it this way, and I move it this way, I get the right answers. Okay. So this is the relative referencing, absolute referencing, and mixed referencing. I want you to practice this really, really well, because this is going to be helpful for you in your future. Okay, for sure. So we have also used formulas. These are formulas, okay? Multiplication, addition, division, all these are formulas. So we already used that. I'm going to do one more thing here. I want to see how to copy and paste. So if I'm going to copy and paste here, I'm going to click on this B2, and then I can do, like you can click on these things here, copy and paste, or I'll do Control C. That means it copies it. See, it's running around here. And then I want to keep it at G12. Click on G12. I go to paste, and paste special. There are many ways of copying. So I can copy the formulas, copy the values, copy just the formats. I can transpose it, and all these different things. So right now I want to copy all. So I click on OK. Now it is copied from here to here. So that is how you copy and paste with a paste special or a regular paste. If I want to copy absolute, Control C, keep it here, click it here, and Control V, that becomes Control V, and this is Control C. If I do that, then I can copy and paste as well. Now, one of the things I would like to do, or one more thing that I would like to do, is how to extend it or do formulas from one worksheet to another worksheet. So let's choose another worksheet. Okay, sheet 14, and we'll just say this is going to be Edward. Okay, so your name and Edward. So in Edward, I'm going to type, let's say, 18 somewhere. That is in cell F7. F7 value is 18 now. Now in H10, I want to add this F7. So I'm going to put a plus sign, and then click on your names tab, and I'm going to click on 16, and I click. When you click on this, it is going to show you the tab name and then the cell name. So F7 was in the original tab, which is Edward. D8